Hi, welcome to the podcast.
We're technically adults. Hey, everybody, it's whatever day this goes up.
Hopefully Tuesday. I think I'm off on Tuesday.
Hey, everybody.
This will go up on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Welcome to our Tuesday podcast. Sometimes Monday, sometimes Tuesday, sometimes Sunday. Or Wednesday.
Or Thursday.
Or Thursday. Have we done a Thursday one yet?
Did last week's go up Wednesday or Thursday?
What day did I work? It wasn't Wednesday. I would have... Yeah, I don't know. Probably Thursday.
Shouldn't you know which day you work?
No. I don't even know what day of the week it is.
Is it like your yesterday thing?
Yeah. No, I work...
The other day?
I work one of the coming up days, and then I work ones after that as well.
So then, when you say that to somebody, do you say next week sometime?
Yeah.
Or are you just extremely...
I don't know what I'm doing.
You'll say, I'll see you tomorrow when you know you're not going to see a person for at least a few days to a week.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, is that just to goof them, or is that just because
that's just
are
what you
incapable
do?
of
I don't care about time. I don't keep track of anything.
Why not?
What did time ever do for me?
It's one more thing to worry about. All right.
I learned that time can be a very powerful weapon if you play Smite.
Well, as soon as it's a gun, I'll be
time
all into that.
The number one killer is
time cops. No, number one teacher is time.
Number one killer
it just
is time.
Kills all of its pupils.
Quantum Break.
Okay, Sean Ashmore.
Peter Molyneux.
Peter Molyneux.
And Randy Pitchford.
To make the ultimate Telltale game. Oops!
We're all here. I'm Chris.
Welcome to the podcast. This is Chris.
That's me.
He's in the podcast.
I'm in the podcast.
This is Miles.
Hi.
Miles is here.
My eye hurts.
Miles' eye hurts.
No, that's Joe's line.
My eye also hurts. I'm Joseph.
Oh, wait. My neck hurts.
His neck hurts. He's rubbing his eye, but it's his neck that hurts.
I have a bad knee.
No, that's me. No, that's actually me.
Fix your knee, Chris. Hi, Chris. What have you been playing with your bad knee?
Sports? No.
You said that with the
Whatever
biggest
works,
question mark at
Chris.
the end.
Sports?
Sports?
Yakuza Kiwami 2, more of that.
Holy fuck, really?
Ikimashu! There's a lady that follows you around and she says Ikimasho a lot. It means let's go. But she says it a lot.
Like a lot. Maybe in the middle of combat sometimes. We don't know. Maybe one day there'll be a montage on our channel of Ikimashu.
I may or may not be gathering clips. But yeah, that game continues to be good. I'm liking it. I think I'm on chapter 12 out of 16 now, so it's getting there. Although I'm going to be hitting a pretty hard
wall.
Wall or roadblock, because I'm going to be doing some sides. Well, I've been doing all the side missions along the way, because this game actually does a really good job of pretty quickly you get an ability that just shows you where side missions are in the world, so you don't have to
I respect that decision in video games.
But what I'm going to do is the business stuff a lot.
Oh.
The Majima Construction and the Cabaret Club.
Right.
Although
the RTS and the Honeycomb Studio thing.
Neither of them seem like they're going to take as long to do as the businesses in Yakuza 0, though.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing.
Not necessarily, although I got really into that shit in 0, so... This game seems shorter than Zero's. Like Kiwami was shorter, this seems a little longer than Kiwami, but not as long as Zero.
Maybe you're going to get just as into this game as you did 0.
Maybe I will. I like the combat a lot. It's still good. It looks good.
It's mediocre.
30 frames.
It's 30 frames.
Yeah,
mediocre. Half the game it can be.
Yeah.
Gorgeous game, though.
Yeah. Speaking of gorgeous games, though, I also picked up Shadow of Tomb Raider.
Oh.
On the Xbox?
On the Xbox.
The game's a shining example of how multi-platform games should be handled.
Oh. On PC, right?
Yeah.
Then again, I've been playing it on Xbox, and it actually, I'm playing on the frame rate mode.
Sorry, it's on other things aside from PC.
I'm playing on the performance mode on One X, and it runs okay, actually. I've only noticed...
4K 60?
No. That's what the guy said. That's not what the guy did. No, 1080p sometime, most of the time 60.
Most of the time. Okay.
Or most of the time, I perceive it as 60.
Good enough. Enough.
And I have noticed some screen tearing, which means there's probably a lot of tearing all the time. It's just the kind that I can see is what I notice. Because you'll point shit out to me. It's like, see that tearing there? And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
So if a game has an unlocked frame rate and it's tearing, it's going to tear at bits all over the place. When a game's capped at 30 and it has tearing, it's going to tear in the same place all the time, and it looks disgusting. It's probably why you don't notice it as much, because it's all over the screen, and you're just not looking at those parts of the screen all the time.
Pardon moi, for I must answer the phone.
Goodbye, Mouse.
Alright, bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia.
But yeah, I'm only like 2.5, 3 hours into it.
I think you're probably as far as I am then.
Yeah, I just what did I just do? I got my knife.
Did you fight some jaguars?
I fought some jaguars. That fight was a little janky.
Yeah, that is absolutely the reason that I would have returned it on console right away. Like, there's no way I could have, myself could have done that.
Yeah, the aiming, it doesn't feel great. I'm gonna have to tweak with the sensitivity, but there aren't a lot of options
feels like
for it.
They've gotten, like, even on PC, the aiming has gotten worse.
Yeah.
With each iteration.
I might just go in and turn down the combat difficulty, because you mentioned that it does like a snap aim thing.
Like, locks on, and if you don't let go, it doesn't let go.
You know what? I'm fine with that.
Yep.
I'll probably do that, actually. And I'll keep the puzzle difficulty at normal or whatever, because that's what I like about these games.
And has a lot of puzzles from what I'm hearing.
And just right off the bat, I'm more into the setting in general than the previous two, even.
I'm even more interested in the character, even though it's the same fucking character.
So I've been seeing people online complain about the way she looks.
What?
What do you mean? Wait, that she's too pretty?
No, like people are saying, it's like, I don't know.
She's too gorgeous!
Yeah, they're saying, like, oh, they made her ugly or whatever. I'm like, are you kidding me? She's, like, cute. She looks really good. Like,
am I into ugly girls?
Yeah, we might all be into ugly girls.
Is that it?
Because when
oh god,
even when Miles booted it up last week, like
we were all like,
going like,
she's pretty.
Damn.
They made her look really good.
And then she gets muddy, and you're like, damn.
Damn, she's even better though. Like, I non-ironically love Muddy Lara.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That game's cool though. It doesn't seem wildly different than the previous ones in terms of gameplay. Although they did add the whole while you're rock climbing on a wall, you can then like Rainbow Six tether down.
I very much like that.
And swing around. That's pretty cool.
Unless you press C and then kill yourself.
Yes. I gotta say the combat in the game, mouse and keyboard, I swear by it. The climbing, I would almost plug in a controller. Like the second climbing starts, just to do the
have
controller.
A flight stick on standby.
That's so true. It's.
But yeah, I wasn't gonna get that game, but I got a really good deal on it, so I'm.
You saved more than we did.
Yeah.
By like $10.
Oh, so you got a used one?
I got a used copy.
Nice.
Yeah, someone traded that shit in and
I
snapped
jumped on that shit.
That was dope.
Should I buy for PlayStation 2? No, that's crazy.
You could.
No.
I don't know how the PlayStation version is supposed to be.
Probably runs about the same as that one.
Probably.
I imagine a little less in every way. Well, what Monster Hunter was 15 FPS difference on average.
About
so
that game. Instead
was
of
it really?
Well, so on the PS4 Pro, Monster Hunter was like 30 to 45.
Yeah.
Whereas in the Xbox One X, it's like 45 to 60.
Yeah.
Or more like 48. Like it's actually usually like 50 to 60. It feels like even. Then again, I'm not I can't.
Top half frame rate, bottom half frame rate.
Yeah, exactly. Science. I think that's all.
Science!
Actually, you know what? I have been playing one other thing. I started playing Undertale.
Uh-oh. Fuck.
That game's not bad.
Why though?
Undertale's
It's on Switch.
Why though?
So, me and Miles have not played Undertale.
Yeah.
Should you beat Undertale, and then me and Miles do a how long until we fucking hate this game?
I don't think either of you guys would like that game.
I don't like a lot of games.
So let's do a how long until we hate it. Then.
So it's
I'm in.
It's a story game disguised as an RPG.
I've watched somebody play like quite a bit of it, and I had no idea what was happening. So I watched like 20 minutes into it, and I was already fucking lost.
Yeah. It's honestly, and so far, at least from what I've played, so far in Undertale, what I've played, it isn't even really telling a story so far. It's just a vehicle for telling like silly jokes, and they've been funny. Actually.
And then it gets like deep as AF.
Probably,
like,
and then it'll probably lose me. But yeah, it's a fake RPG. Like even battles, like you can do like fights and kill enemies, but doesn't seem like they actually want you to do that. They want you to do like the
pacifist,
like the joke puzzle way of solving every combat encounter, where it'll be like, these two dogs are fighting you, and it's like, oh, you have different commands, and it's like, oh, you can go to pet them, and they're like, oh, you smell funny, you smell bad, no pets. So then it's like, okay, you do the command to roll on the ground, and now you're all covered in mud, and now you smell like a dog. And then you have them re-sniff you, and they're like, you smell like a dog. And then you can pet them. and then you can end the fight because they're
I was
like,
gonna fucking
whoa.
slaughter them.
I already hate it. Let's kill everything. Is there a genocide run?
Apparently, and that involves
Good.
not
It's
just
the only run we're doing.
apparently that involves not just killing every enemy you
but
face,
everybody.
but like finding everyone in the game, like even NPCs, and ending them.
Yes.
We're gonna love this game.
So I don't know. I'm gonna play more of that. But
Insert that Jack Nicholson nodding gif.
Mhm.
That's fantastic.
That's all I've been doing. Really, just Yakuza, Tomb Raider, and that.
Well, that's good. That's a good lineup of games.
Yeah.
What have you been playing, Moss?
No, it's your turn.
Nice try.
Well, I'm going to be going for a while. I'm playing a lot of shit,
That's okay.
oddly enough.
Deja vu.
Deja Vu? What do I start with? Play more Warframe.
You
That
like,
game keeps taking my money.
How thick have you gotten your thighs?
I got a new skin for her, and she's not. Her thighs aren't as thick, but her butt is.
Return it. Oh, but though.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
This guy just moved.
Okay.
It's redirected. But me and Miles found a gun in Warframe that is the most powerful weapon
I'm pretty sure it's just a nuclear cannon. every time
man
I
is
shoot.
never meant to wield. So
BFG.
it's a shotgun.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
basically the
Yeah,
BFG.
okay.
Yeah, so it's a shotgun and it shoots like this
It's radiation. It's
radiation wave. And I was like, oh, that's cool. It'll probably just like stun lock enemies and stuff. And no, it just obliterates everything it touches.
like they just kind
Does
of.
it have super limited ammo?
No,
No.
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 Like 10 rounds before you have to reload. I've never run out of ammo with it, I don't think. Not although we only play modes where enemies keep running at us and dropping ammo when they die.
So do you just get to infinite waves then at that point?
There is a point where enemies are more powerful than us, but both our guns were both level 1, and we were doing content where we previously had to have level 30 weapons.
Jesus Christ.
And it just
like the
didn't
gun
give a
makes
fuck.
a huge.
Was this
difference.
a you had to buy it gun?
You can earn
Unfortunately.
it by getting to Mastery 10, but that's a lot of hours,
Okay.
so we bought it instead.
So you paid to win.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I knew it!
Given the option,
Big
I will,
ugly demon.
I will pay to, but that's the first gun I think we've found that's been stronger than the like default level 1 shotgun, the Strun.
Dude, the Strun is so strong.
It's so good. And then I did find a cool like double barrel shotgun that fires both barrels at the same time, and it's still stronger than this radiation gun, but it takes so long to fucking reload.
Well, and it's probably closer
Bang, bang.
closer to single target, right?
Arca,
Yes.
The Arca Plastor, I think it is.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. And it's got like 10 shots in the clip.
Yeah.
You can fire it almost instantaneously, and it doesn't take that long to reload. Like it's.
And it has like a very short pump animation.
Play Warframe.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Like,
get a PC,
I know
we'll be
I
doing
can
this.
literally be playing Warframe right now on console, but I don't want
It's a not as good experience.
Yeah.
Could he cross-platform?
No.
No, it's a patch behind.
It's a patch behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sony's not jumping all over that.
No, I don't know what their decisioning is for it. I don't know who to blame, but they're a patch behind, and that's some nonsense.
Sony, just blame Sony.
So I've been playing Warframe. Played a bit of Tomb Raider as well. I'm as far as Chris. I like it.
You're as far as Chris.
Yeah.
How far is that? I got to
2-3 hours.
I think it's about where I saw you get to.
Yeah,
actually.
we're like-
maybe a little bit after that.
like
but-
10 minutes, 20 minutes after you. That's it.
And actually, the
I was
thing
gonna say, if Kingdom Hearts fizzles out today and we stop, I'm probably gonna play it.
Yeah.
I'm actually planning to play some today as well.
Me too.
So I
then.
want to play more.
Hey,
Fine. I'll play too, idiots.
take your eyeballs and stuff them in your ass.
I think the thing I don't know if we've mentioned this before with Tomb Raider, none of us were, or at least you and me, weren't expecting that game to be at all decent because it's Eidos fucking Montreal.
Yeah, so the crazy thing was I was super fucking hyped for this game the day it was announced, and then Eidos.
And then you found out it was Eidos.
And then immediately I was like, oh no, they're gonna Deus Ex Mankind my fucking Tomb Raider. I expected Lara to basically be Adam Jensen in terms of visuals and gameplay. And this game turned out to be not shit in every way.
Yeah, it turns out Eidos Montreal had little to no say over the technology end of things, I guess.
Yeah.
Dude, she's hot. Like, seriously.
There is that.
seriously
and I have like her
can't
hair
believe it.
physics all maxed out and shit, and it makes no difference.
I turned it off.
Does it make it so she has like muddy strands?
I need to turn
I
it-
don't know.
I need to turn it back on.
I should check. Yeah, actually, I don't know if her hair interacts with anything that can. Yeah, I don't know the terminology for that.
Yeah.
Anything like mud and stuff.
Mud.
Like you can get muddy and hide in bush.
Yeah, yeah.
You stand up
Big
in
fan of the hide in the bush thing.
In the mud. It's pretty good. So I guess the other thing we started was Kingdom Hearts.
Let's not talk about it.
Fuck that game. If we're gonna have some videos on our channel of.
It's absolute trash.
So explain how we got to this. Why are we playing Kingdom Hearts?
Long time ago,
In a galaxy far
far away, we had an idea
Kickapoo.
to start a YouTube channel, and we were gonna play games that we had fun with and games that we hated. And I think we all came to the conclusion that games we hated started with Kingdom Hearts, because we all unanimously disliked everything about that.
Yeah, we hated it. At the very least, we hated the idea of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
It's trash.
And then Chris, for decades, has been saying, let's get it. Let's just play Kingdom Hearts. Fuck. And I've been like, no.
No, I gave up on that ages ago.
Yes,
Right.
yeah.
Because
So-
even I was like, you know what, that would be a bad idea. I'm
Yeah.
gonna hate this just as, like, well, I knew I'd hate it, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
hate it even more than I think I hate it.
And then the other day, one of my coworkers showed me a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm like, it doesn't get it. Like, this is the bottom of gaming. It does not get any worse.
Oh,
than
so you had the
this.
Dragon Ball Evolution revelation.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, God.
we need to experience the worst that humanity can create. And yeah, I bought all of the Kingdom Hearts things on PS4.
Good on you, buddy.
And then my boy,
Met you.
Matt gave me, who's a Kingdom Hearts fan, poor guy,
Nerd.
gave me a breakdown of all the Kingdom Hearts games and the order to play them. And I'm not sure that order was the best order, because we have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Well, no, that's just the thing. There is nothing going on.
No, there's plot happening.
We're chasing Terra across multiple
Gandalf wrapped us in
Disney-
a ghost sheet. We fixed our heart, and now we're chasing not Sephiroth, actually Terra, and we all have Batman armor.
That we never use in combat.
And Silorenda formed a dink with us.
Yeah, we got Silorenda's Dink, we got Snow White's Dink, we're about to get Sleeping Beauty's Dink. Or we got that, and then we got the Pride Rock, and that guy beat
Oh yeah,
the
then
shit
we
out of
fought
me.
Rinsler, and he had no iframes.
He was really strong. I couldn't do
and
anything.
stupid Mickey Mouse couldn't fucking help.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse being a piece of shit cleric
Wouldn't let you
decided
do
to keep
a
attacking the whole time instead.
Wouldn't let you do a bro combo spooge spray.
Yeah, every time I went to spooge with him, he's like, oh, ew, that's weird.
Ho-ho! Don't touch me! Ho-ho!
Gotta touch a little lower. Fucking Mickey Mouse.
I'm very
man.
So that's happening.
So yeah, Kingdom Hearts is happening. There will be videos on this channel.
It's fucking trash,
About
dog.
We've already had a moment that just I broke.
You're welcome.
I think Miles is to thank for that.
You're welcome.
I guess we also played Humans Fall Flat.
I watched a little bit of you guys doing that. That looked really fun.
The audio's a little wonky because
Yeah,
audio, but it'll go up on the channel. Maybe just the whole fucking thing, or just the bench part. I don't know, because that was good. And then I guess the last thing, me and Miles started Knights of Azure. A game.
I really enjoyed it.
That game,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
it is fantastic
It's
so
better
far.
than Kingdom Hearts, that's for sure.
That game has so much plot. It's absolutely insane.
And it's only rated T.
I don't know how they contain all that plot in a T-rated game. It's just bursting at the seams plot.
No, that's Senran Kagura.
I don't know this what was her name? Lily?
No, isn't that literally what the new one's called? Is burst seams?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to buy that too.
There's Arnice and Lilith.
Yeah, Arnie's Schwarzenegger
Yeah.
and Lily's
Lily.
the burst seams princess. It's combat in that game. Combat in that game's cool. I guess it was originally a PS3 game because it runs like shit.
No.
It was probably a Vita game.
It was also on the Vita, says the trophy list. So it's I don't really know what's happening in it, but we just got a demon form, and we lose most of our
You can
clothing.
pull your devil trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She pulls her devil triggers right off, and she's just lighting everything on fire.
True.
It's cool. We're gonna play through that one. It's a lot shorter than Kingdom Hearts. I think like the Kingdom Hearts we started on how long to beat. It's like 28 hours long, so that's gonna be like 30 something for us. Because I keep dying at all the boss
We only
fights.
got like 2 or 3 hours in yesterday.
All of the game is fucking easy until the boss fights happen, and
That's
I
the thing.
immediately get
Like,
shit
so you're
on.
playing on easy mode, and at first combat seemed normal, but then you very quickly over-leveled and were decimating everything, and then a boss happens, and it's just like,
Just like, nah, fucker.
Fuck
you're not
off,
good at this
kid.
game.
Like, maybe I wasn't learning how to play the game properly, but that boss just continued to beat the fuck out of me. And then they introduced all these mechanics, and then I fight fucking Dark Tron, and I can't use my D-Link, I can't put on potions because I've already engaged him in conflict. I thought I was going to see fucking Mufasa, and he's just like, yo, let's fight, I'm an edgelord, and we're a nanosuit. It's
Bitch.
fucking dumb.
It says bitch every now and then.
and then the weird, helpful stranger showed up who may or may not be known as Mickey Mouse.
I'm really excited to see what story and lore he's
You
from.
had no idea who that was, okay?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Nondescript mouse enters the battlefield wearing level 2 leather armor.
this be?
Jimboche.
Whoa! Jimboche.
Oh, fuck. So I think that's all I've been playing. Yeah.
Oh jeez. Okay.
Put on the spot.
Oh yeah, hot jeez.
Have you been playing anything? You've been watching me play things.
I've been playing a shit ton of Dokkan Battle, but that's because I really like mobile games. My data reset so I can actually play it. I'm happy.
You've been playing more Dokkan Battle
than honestly anything.
than any other, like, video game.
Yeah. I won't get into it because nobody cares.
Oh, it's cool. Dragon Ball Z mobile game.
I like it.
It's
a collection game, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's about getting your deck of Gokus and making them stronger.
Stop.
How many of your
Every
Gokus
game
are black?
has 30 Gokus. I have one Goku black. And
But how
there's
many black
Rosé, okay?
How many Gokus do you have
No, but
that
how many-
are black?
Okay.
Yeah, how many
listen.
black Gokus though?
Okay. Moving on.
Next topic. You've been playing NHL.
So I've been
assuming?
playing a ton of NHL.
It's still good.
It's
Honeymoon phase wearing off.
No, not at all. No, not when I've suffered through all the shit that they've been pouring out for the last 5 years before this.
And they finally have a good one.
Like the skating.
How
alone,
is it
the
they
skating
don't?
alone keeps me.
How
I
is it
swear to God.
they don't get a good one until halfway through the generation?
Honestly, it's ridiculous.
Well, I guess that's the same story last gen too.
Yeah.
Right? It was like NHL 14 or whatever was the one that people
Yeah.
were like, "Yo."
Yeah, it's because they.
I know we're
it's 'cause
2 years
they-
off from next gen, probably.
Well, it's because they revamped, right? Like they took everything and they went, okay, fuck it, we need to restart. And then they changed
And
the
then
models.
15 was a shit show.
And
Apparently.
then 15 was like, oh, it's just 14. Like, no, it's literally
All of the
just the same
15s
game.
were bad, right? FIFA, Madden.
Well, it's because it honestly it was probably just copy and paste. They were just like, yep, they maybe did some updates to rosters, added some new teams.
So was
Were those-
15 really like just the same as 14? I could have sworn people were saying like it was like noticeably worse
Here,
than
hold on.
14.
I need to.
15.
I need to see
Well,
what
it
they
was
covered
15. 15 was the one that was it first on next gen? Was 15?
That was the first one on next. So yeah, like 2014.
So they ported everything over as lazily as possible,
Yeah.
and you get
like
performance.
because
you get
2014
crashing.
didn't have a PS4
Yeah,
version.
because 15 and 16 both had terrible crashing issues, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it was because 15 was the one that I bought the Xbox for.
Yes.
Because I know 15. So I remember hearing 15 was the identical. So if you bought it on 360 or PS3, it was the exact same game as 2014. It was the PS4 version that was like a just.
They
And
called
then-
it the Legacy Edition,
And
right?
then 20.
Or was that 16?
The 16 was
Oh
the
god,
legacy
which is
edition.
And
the
then
same thing even
2016 was exactly the same as 2015, and I sold that very fast.
more. Yeah.
17 was actually
a little better.
a decent game.
Yeah.
And then 18 was actually a decent game.
And now 19
But none
is
of them
actually
have-
a good game.
Yeah, none of
And
them
then
have been
19
good so
is
far.
Now, 19's the
best hockey game
as a
they've made
fan
to date.
of the series. I've been playing them since 2002.
Best
as a
one
fan of
since
the
Hits.
series,
NHL hits.
I never
love
played
another
hits.
one.
I only played hits with him. It's not my forte. I was too busy scoring goals while he was
Killing everybody.
fucking killing things
Absolute
with sharp costumes.
mass murder. Yeah, no, I wish the current NHL games had a separate goofy playlist mode like
They do.
that.
No, they do. That's what 3-on-3 is.
Where I can just kill people.
Like,
Yeah.
Like body check them
jousting.
through the glass and
Not
everything.
through the glass, no.
No, I
But
want it
the
over
hits
the
are-
top. I want to be on
The hits
fire.
are devastating, though.
That's good.
Way to go, Paul!
So take that and don't just go 20%, go 120%. Make
Yeah.
it insane.
I'd
love
that NHL 3-on-3 thing we played, me, you, and my brother.
That was fun.
A long time ago. Like
That was fun.
was about as close to hits as they got.
Was that 14?
No.
Was that older?
No, that was 2010. It came out in 2010.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What a hockey game where it's like...
But we probably played it in 2012 or something like that. Like a few years later.
One where it's like so ridiculous where, I don't know, you skate man activates super boost and like flaming trail behind him boosts across the rink, but that flaming trail melts all the ice behind him, so anyone who skates over that falls into the water and drowns and dies.
Anyway, yeah.
I
want
that. Like, what we need to do after this is done is we need to take a look at we meant to do this last time. We need to take a look at the skating side by side.
Yes.
And you guys will be able to see the difference. I hope, anyway. After that, I've been playing Spider-Man.
Yeah. How far are you?
According to the thing, I'm 35% of the way done the game. Trenton was playing it yesterday, and he has all the backpacks now. He just went ahead and just did them all.
Got the spider, the hobo suit.
Yeah.
What are backpacks?
Collectibles.
Oh.
You get tokens so you can upgrade stuff.
But the backpacks are actually kind of fun because they all contain...
They all have
a
their own
little
stories.
Piece of memorabilia, and he comments on. It's like, this is when this happened. This is when this happened.
Okay.
There's a lot of story going on.
Superman beat Batman.
They found out their moms had the same name.
Actually, they make a reference to Batman.
Do they?
In Spider-Man. He picks up an item, and you're like, that's very clearly supposed to be a Batman thing, but he has one. He's like, yeah, I tried to use it, but it didn't end up working.
Cool.
And I was like, nice. That's homage to Batman.
That's fantastic.
That's fun. The combat is fun. I just really like web slinging, I'm not going to lie to you. I like going all over the city, just
I have a feeling like
so.
Half of the people got this game because they love Spider-Man and they want to see a Spider-Man story thing, and the other half are just like, I can swing forever. I never have to stop. And then the people in the middle, like Venn diagram.
Like, it's fun. It's definitely the best Spider-Man game they've ever made. Like, there's no doubt about that.
Is this the only good Spider-Man game they've made?
I really like Spider-Man N64. The N64... this story is called Maximum Carnage. Mm-hmm. Evan and I played the shit out of that game.
That doesn't sound familiar.
I know people.
It was a red cartridge. It had Carnage on the front. You have to fight a fusion of Doc Ock and Carnage by the end. That's the final boss.
That's horrifying.
And it is horrifying because it's you have to run away from him.
Yeah,
and you know how well the N64 controller allowed you to control camera angles.
Oh yeah,
so you're running towards the camera majority of the time, and you can't actually see where you're going. So then you'd hit a wall, and then you would still be facing you're on the inside of the wall facing out, and it just looks like a shadow climbing up the wall.
That's good. That's good
and the
stuff.
thing would catch you and kill you, and you're like, well, I couldn't see where I was going.
Sounds like the N64.
That doesn't sound frustrating at all.
That no, it was. You know what? It's a 10 out of 10.
I gotta say that is. I respect the developers for making that game.
Aside from that,
in that way.
Aside from that shitty boss fight, honestly, it was a really good game.
Good.
But that's it. Again, if you're a Spider-Man fan, right? It had all the bad guys. It had everything that you wanted. It included Carnage. It was not an M-rated game. So Carnage could not... Carnage was still killing people.
Superhero stuff stayed away from that in other media aside from comic, right?
Yeah, it wasn't...
the comics don't hold back.
Yeah.
Batman Arkham Knight was one of the first...
Well, probably not.
Yeah, I'm sure there were Punisher games and stuff like that.
There is a Punisher
PS2
game, which is awesome.
Yeah, I remember you playing that. Shoving the dude into the thing.
But I guess that's Batman's like a T-rated hero in a lot of ways. He doesn't kill people, but that game still got the M rating because of other things in it.
The funny thing about that...
Which one?
Arkham Knight.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Spider-Man.
The funny thing about that Punisher game is that you have some sense of justice while you're going through the city, and you're like, I'm cleaning up the crime. It's like, no, dude, you're just murdering people. That's all you're doing.
I don't know if I'm remembering incorrectly, but there was a part in the game where you're like, okay, now...
Don't worry about it.
Now, I have to go in here, and I have to get this thing, and I don't have to kill any of these people. And then you pulled out a grenade launcher or something, and then just killed everybody. And and you're like, but I'm obligated as the Punisher to punish. Just something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
was really good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Maybe it was a shotgun. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, there was a really cool silver pump shotgun, and it fucking tore.
That
ass.
must have been
Like,
what it was.
Awesome.
But they could make a really good Punisher game.
They could now.
No.
They probably won't, but they could. Well, because what are you gonna do? Are you gonna base it off the fucking TV series, which is totally fizzled out for me?
No, do what you did with Spider-Man. Base it off of just any and everything Punisher. It's just its own continuum of it. Just
they should give the world design, like the level design, to the Hitman team, and then the gameplay design to like Max Payne.
I was gonna say yeah, because if it's gonna be a Punisher game, it can't be Hitman style.
A Punisher game is kind of the closest thing to. Like, imagine if it was like set in the 80s, that Hotline Miami third-person action game
that we want so bad.
That'll never exist.
But I get what you mean with like Hitman, like world design, but not gameplay. Like you want like a ridiculous number of interactable objects that you can do kill moves with, but it needs to be like an action shooter gunplay thing. You're not. Yeah, it's not about hiding and stealthing. And...
Well, because you can run and dive to the side and stuff. Like, you can do the things that you can totally do in Max Payne, so it's almost there.
Yeah.
It's just there is no that bullet time, right?
Yeah.
Where he slows down and you're able to shoot
like
100 people.
It was like an Xbox
in a second.
game, right? Like Xbox original, PS2.
Yeah. Yeah, it still ran well. It had dual joysticks so you could control the camera. Big fan of that.
Good game design.
Okay. Then after that, plowed through some more Dead Cells and then hit a wall. Keep getting frustrated at it because it's annoying.
I found a mod for Dead Cells.
Yes,
I showed you that mod, didn't I?
And I really need it.
Which one?
Yeah, you're gonna rebuy Dead Cells on PC.
Damn straight I'm going to.
It's a mod that so the shitty thing about the game is you can't have more than one mod installed at a time.
Oh, poopy.
So it's either soundtrack or whatever. So I'm trying to find out how to fix that. But it's a mod that removes all of the like build up for every one of your attacks.
Oh shit.
So it absolutely makes it easier. It's hilarious to watch people that
You're just
are already
flurry.
Yeah, so you know that ice thing that like charges up and attacks?
Yeah.
It just goes. Like it's immediate. But the animation kind of plays out after, but you can cancel it.
Oh.
So there's like a handful of items that just don't work, like the game can't handle it. But if you have like the ice thing and a great sword, like it is just ice
like alternate back and forth between the two.
It's so good. I'll have to show you after. It's kind of amazing.
I'm sure I touched on the final boss. I haven't got back to it yet, only because I haven't found good weapon comp. Like it's been hard.
There's weapons that are clearly better than other weapons.
Yes. I finally just unlocked the curse sword, which is it acts like a cursed chest, except you're holding the sword the whole time. So if you get touched even once, you die.
Is it super strong or?
It's okay. It's decent, but it's a trophy in the fucking game.
Beat the game with the sword.
Beat the game with the cursed sword, and I was like, I'm never gonna do this.
No.
It's like there's no way. There's no way I can do this.
Didn't Devil May Cry used to have something like that? Like the Dante Must Die mode or something.
Probably.
Like that, where it's like one hit and you're done.
Should we play through the Devil May Cry games?
Ooh, we could.
I have them all on Steam.
Are they all?
We talked about this already. I would like to see it because I have no idea what's going on.
I still need to play through the entirety of.
You play that one.
Yeah, but are they decent PC versions for those?
They're all sitting at reasonable reviews.
Okay,
which doesn't say much.
4 and DMC Devil May Cry had good, decent PC versions, but I don't know about 1 through 3.
I'll boot them up, test them out. I don't expect much. But if they work, then they work. They didn't work very well on the platforms they were on in the first place. So, you know, anything.
I guess if push comes to shove, there's a PS4 collection that's probably pretty cheap at this point. Okay.
Is that 1, 2, 3, and 4? Or 1, 2, 3, and then you buy 4 separately? That's what I have on Steam.
I'm pretty sure I have 4 on PS4 as well. I don't know.
I think we both bought that on the same day.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. So DMC, that's in the future, boys. After Kingdom Hearts Deliverance.
Is that it? Well, I mean, the other games that I've played are the things you've touched on, but
it's kind of hard when we're all playing the same game.
Of note, probably the one I think I'm going to enjoy the most is still Warframe, because that game is fucking perfect.
That's lining up to be my game of the year this year.
I think
this is the first year I've really gotten into it since we've started doing this stuff. But I don't know, Tomb Raider could take it. God of War's still really good. There's been a lot this year.
I keep forgetting.
And
played God of War.
Like Call of Duty isn't out yet, and even though I'm really hyped for Call of Duty, Battlefield just released their patch notes for after beta.
Do you see what they said?
And it's
They're gonna give you more fucking ammo.
It's all amazing stuff, so I'm pretty excited for that. Yeah, no,
and easier to spot enemies. I was doing okay. I could see enemies fine.
Yeah, if they make it easier to spot enemies without the whole Doritos, then I am 100% down for that. More ammo. Easier to take out vehicles, like they're gonna have weakness points now.
I didn't read that. I just thought more ammo, enemies are easier to spot.
Something else. Oh, the insta-death thing. When there was packet loss, it would like build up all of the bullets like Quantum Break style, and then kill somebody immediately, and it'd be like, okay, I just got one hit by an STG. They're working on fixing like packet loss issues.
Speaking of Doritos, I bought a new flavor of Mountain Dew yesterday.
They have new flavor?
It was like an ice clear or whatever. Like
I saw that.
It was like lemon lime.
Do we have to?
It's just Sprite.
Okay, we're gonna watch.
I had to pay a whole extra $1 for it. It was like new Mountain Dew flavor,
Sprite flavor,
and like at first I was drinking like this is nice, this is refreshing. This is Sprite.
This is trash!
Okay,
Throw it away.
We're going to Shoppers at some point. I need to buy one of those.
I'm gonna buy something.
I hate Mountain Dew.
I'm gonna buy one of those.
I guess that's the thing.
That I've been debating about for a week.
Don't do it. You're gonna be fucking hyper.
Dude, what else is gonna get me through Kingdom
Hearts?
Hearts?
As bad as drinking the thing he drinks.
Hell yeah, brother.
It's just gonna make you hyper.
It's all
okay.
against me level, boy.
I've started eating healthier, so I can afford to beat the shit out of myself every once in a while.
Isn't that gonna mean though that like beating the shit out of yourself is gonna be such a massively higher shock to your system at this point?
Oh yeah, brother.
Like
you know it.
Like I'm a seasoned coffee drinker now. I drink coffee every morning. I have coffee every day.
And it achieves nothing.
Honestly, it's just a habit at this point. I probably could just stop and I'd be fine.
I've never had a coffee.
But
in my life.
you're gonna be fucking hyper, man.
Yeah, brother.
You're gonna be like bouncing off the walls.
I got 2 hours of sleep last night. So.
I will punch you in the face to calm you down.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, the Mountain Dew thing, I guess the key difference with it versus Sprite
is that it's Mountain Dew on
well, it's highly caffeinated still.
Actually, I'll scratch that. Don't have the Frappuccino thing, drink that instead.
I used to drink Mountain Dew.
Because like Mountain Dew among like the typical sodas is like the highest caffeine
power.
Caffeine content, right?
Yes.
Like until you get into energy drink territory.
I used to have like two or three.
That's why you're gluten free now.
2 or 3 Mountain Dews on a weekend, and that was a lot. Like I would have one Mountain Dew, and that would keep me awake for like the next 2 fucking days. It was terrible.
Yeah. Well,
like exam period, everybody be drinking coffee and stuff, and I'd throw it on a Mountain Dew. I'm like, let's do this, fuckers, and everybody like, what's wrong with you? Fucking stop.
Lowering my sperm count.
Well, because then on top of everything,
keeping it in control, Chris.
On top of everything, those exams were always at 8 o'clock in the morning, right? So nobody wanted to talk to anybody, and you're just like, "Wow, Mountain Dew!"
I'll never forget that grade 12 math exam. Where I brought a Mountain Dew to it, and like I finished the exam, and I was like, still got half an hour to kill because we weren't allowed to leave for like the certain amount of time. So I wrote on the back of all of the pages why we shouldn't have to come in and write exams early in the morning and why they should be later in the day. And the teacher gave me bonus marks for having compelling arguments. That was fantastic.
Wait, who's your teacher?
Carson.
Oh, so you actually had a decent math teacher.
What was that her fucking name?
Madame Carson.
Yeah.
Short
she was
glasses.
I think that's who it was.
That's her selling.
She was the same one who I didn't hand in. I didn't finish my geography assignment, but she saw me working on a little bit of it, so I convinced her that I did it and handed it in, and she gave me a good mark on it.
That's bullshit. I had strong, and he was not.
Oh god! Shit. Even if you did your work and it was good, you wouldn't get marks.
Honestly, he's a really decent guy outside, now that I'm not a student.
Yeah.
We get along great.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. That's how most teachers are.
I was an asshole, I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, I was the worst student. Kids, go to school and be good.
Look at me!
And remember, doing drugs is fine.
Doing drugs is fine as long as it schools you better.
As long as you're at the school while
you're doing drugs.
Adderall will make you learn better.
It has ad in it. It helps you with math.
Just to be clear, weed's about to be legal, so like it's just
So-
as good as smoking a cigarette, right?
There we go. It just makes you smell way.
Do
I
you,
got my opinions on marijuana.
do you remember when Sharp would go outside and hang out with the kids, the smoking kids?
He was the best principal
Yep.
a school has ever had.
Absolutely. He was dope. He just hung out with the kids everywhere. He was there the day that Ricky almost died, and he was laughing.
And he was the one that made sure Rick went to the hospital. And if Rick hadn't gone to the hospital, he might have had unfixable damage. I don't know what the term is. They have a hospital term for it. But he could have been stuck with that collarbone thing. Rick wiped out his fucking wrist and his collarbone. Like, broke and shattered. Stood up and was like, I'm gonna be late for gym class. It's like, Rick, you fucking wall of a human being. You're dying.
Oh my god, Chris.
Like, you're literally dying.
Chris, you don't
Go to the hospital. And then he came back to class.
Yeah,
and he's like, I'm gonna write my exam because I'm left-handed or something like that.
And it's like, Rick, you're right-handed.
Yeah, I could have sworn he was fucking with everybody.
He was
but
right-handed.
nobody knew what handed he was.
He was right
Because nobody paid attention.
Nobody paid attention.
No,
he just sat in the back of the class bashing his head off of the desk.
That's true.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, on to the news.
On to more happy things.
The Keemstar news.
News. Do the Keemstar thing.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Start with our favorite news?
Sure.
Banger?
Yeah.
What's the favorite news?
Telltale Games is shutting down.
I'm gonna preface with it sucks that people are losing their job.
Yeah.
But holy fuck, Telltale is one of the worst video game developing companies I've ever seen.
So, yeah, I guess...
Walking Dead is great, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a technical
all
disaster.
Right. Yeah, all the people that lost their jobs, for the most part, I wouldn't blame any of them for how those games turned out. It was their leadership and
Yes.
that pushed them down the path.
Somebody said it was okay to publish these games in this state.
Yeah.
And the fad wore off and the games stopped being popular.
And I love how, like, not that long ago, the story was like, oh yeah, we're finally updating our engine, we're moving to Unity.
The worst engine for console development ever.
And, like, dead within, 2 months?
Yeah. Yeah.
They started using Unity and went, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's not a
going
coincidence. Unity doesn't help you make your games better. Unity is an engine designed to outline your game. Some people make it work, but holy shit, it is a very limited engine.
It's what you start with, it's what you practice with.
Yeah. And then you put your game in.
And if you're really good, you can make something of it, but at that point, you're almost better off.
Inside was a masterpiece.
Yeah.
I was Unity, and I'm sure there was others.
Yeah. Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight. That I did not even know was Unity.
Yeah, and so in those cases, good on you.
It can work, but 90% of the time, Unity boots, like, you see the logo and it's like,
you're
kiss
like,
of death.
great, layers of fear. Here we
Another
go.
one. Yeah, oh my god.
I was trying to think of the name of that game. I've honestly pushed that out.
I blocked it
You're
off.
welcome.
All I remember
I
is
hate it.
Head Bash Baby.
I hate it.
It's the only thing that sticks in my head. That was a bad game, not just like Unity. Everything about it
But
was
I'm
a
glad
bad
it exists, because without it, we wouldn't have bread ones.
That's true. That's true. They did deliver on that front.
That one line.
And I gotta say, I enjoyed that game.
Vastly more than Kingdom Hearts.
yeah. I enjoyed that game because, like, comparing it to Amnesia, I was much more invested in Layers of Fear than Amnesia, which
Amnesia's a hard game to just jump into.
To no fault of any, like, I don't know how that game. It's the YouTube thing. It was fun to watch people get scared, but holy fuck, you and me were checked the fuck out second after that started.
To the point that there were obvious puzzle solutions,
and neither
we just
of us
refused to see them. We were like, "Why is this working?" It's like the thing's right there. I don't get it.
we were below zero.
What do you mean I have to pull the fucking lever?
That's stupid. Fucking Christ. Yeah, we did some of that on the PS4. Lost most of it, but at least Layers of Fear
lost it. Lost.
It blew up with the computer that blew up. The second computer that blew up.
But yeah, Telltale. They're gone.
Rest in peace.
So they fired. They were at, I think it was 250 employees they had. They're down to 25. So that's the thing. Almost or all of them were blindsided by this too. Telltale was at like PAX 2 weeks ago or however long
Talking
it was.
about the new shit.
Talking about like
Walking
plans
Dead.
because they have an ongoing Walking Dead season right now. The second episode was about to come out. People have paid for the whole season in advance. Those episodes aren't coming anymore. So I don't know what the hell people are doing about that.
Suing.
I would hope so. The people who have been let go from Telltale, seems like word going around is like there aren't even like no severance packages, no nothing. They're just
Yikes.
out the fucking door. So yes, I have absolute sympathy for these people. Like they were led astray by some awful leadership. Those people can fucking rot. The people up top, because those 25 people, maybe not all of them rotten. I don't know how many of them are in control of whatever. All projects are canceled other than they have a commitment with Netflix to do some Minecraft bullshit, and that's what they're doing.
Like, they're going under, shutting the whole company down. Netflix is like, no, you owe us.
Yeah.
Give us the blocks.
Yeah, not the people who paid you for Walking Dead final season.
No. Give us the Minecraft. And
wait, like an animated Minecraft?
I have no idea.
So what are the odds
I'll
this
watch
Netflix thing makes them a shit ton of money and their company blows up again and they rehire?
They don't deserve it.
No.
Nobody should work for Telltale. And I will say, like, kudos to the industry as well, because, like, Ubisoft and Epic and Blizzard, like, they're all coming out of the woodwork saying, like, hey, you need a job, like, hit us up.
Good.
Like, it felt like it was the entire industry was like, yeah, Telltale, right? No, come here.
Yeah.
You did your time in the coal mines, like.
I wonder how many people at that company have the talent and were just constrained by.
I bet a lot. I bet
all
most.
of the nonsense at the top.
Because that's the thing. Telltale games weren't without any merit.
Technical fucking disasters, and that's why I immediately wrote every single one of them off.
Yeah,
but.
Like, some of the writing was actually really good here and there. Some of the ideas
I was
really
wholly
cool.
invested in that first season of Walking Dead, watching somebody play, because I could not play that.
Even despite its technical issues, The Wolf Among Us was actually really cool.
And Tales of the Borderlands, from Tales of Borderlands, was really funny.
Yeah.
So
again, not without merit. We like to shit on Telltale.
And everything else.
But...
Wolf Among Us is the one where they say, I fired a mist. Right? That's what that's from?
No. That was some Wii game, I thought.
Looks the same.
Got him. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like sorry to all those people, but honestly, Telltale something needed to happen.
Yeah. And Telltale needed to die for these people to go on and make good games.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Telltale. All right, next thing.
PlayStation announced that they're doing the Nintendo.
Excuse me?
They're doing a PlayStation Classic.
Oh, Sony burns.
I'll buy it.
It's gonna be $100 US, so it'll be like 130 Canadian.
I'll buy it.
And it's gonna have 20 games, 2 rollers, neither of which are DualShock controllers. They're like the original stickless ones. Which is kind of interesting. I know the PS1 didn't start with sticks in its controller. They added them later, but...
Yeah, the second iteration of the PlayStation introduced dual.
Had the DualShock, right? So that's kind of weird. The 20 games, we only know, apparently they've only announced 5 of them, only 3 of which I remember. It was like Final Fantasy VII, Tekken 3, and Wild Arms. I think there was like a racing game and something else in there.
I wonder if I'm going to be able to play a Siphon Filter. It's very first.
Well, that's the thing. There's stuff like Siphon Filter, Metal Gear Solid, Castlevania, Silent Hill. You'd hope for that stuff on there. You might say Crash and Spyro, depending on who you are, but they've already done the collections for those, so I don't know what...
All of these mini machines are cash grabs for idiots, and it's working far too well.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Just as I...
You haven't bought any of them.
So as soon as they...
Have you?
I have the NES.
You're an idiot.
Thank you.
Thumbs up, bro.
Thumbs up.
Ask me if I've played it.
Yeah. Ask me if I know where it is.
As soon as they announced this thing, the first thing I thought is like, okay, are they going to actually learn from Nintendo's mistake and actually have online connectivity?
Sony's learning?
So that you can buy more games for it, or so that you can pay them for more games on it?
If Sony doesn't win by default, Sony doesn't win.
So no, it's all self-contained. They're not selling any additional games for it, which means people will get other games for it. Sony just won't get paid for it. Good job, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what happened with Nintendo.
Weren't people putting more games into
The Nintendos? Yeah, it's stupidly easy to do.
And yet again, both Sony and Nintendo can be making so much fucking money off of just having these games available and functioning on their current fucking systems. these are the stupidest companies. How much money are they pissing away by not doing this?
Every game that I had bought on like PS1 and PS2 classics on the PS3, I would have rebought on the PS4. And that was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I used to complain about Nintendo forcing me to repurchase things on their machines, but I'd fucking do it every single time.
Yeah, you'd complain about it, but they'd be getting paid, so they shouldn't give a shit. Why?
Now they have these fucking garbage mini machines with
which they
controllers.
can't be making as much money off of. Because they have the like physical hardware to manufacture and ship and sell. Like
the only games I wouldn't rebuy on Nintendo, they're Pokemon, because I play them way better on my phone.
Well, and that's the thing with all of this. Like anybody that knows half an ass about a computer can play all of these games with almost no issues on a computer.
And at the end of the day, like, how do I articulate that? It's not about like there are people that were never going to pay you for this stuff, and you're better off not worrying about them. Like, they're going to find a way to get this shit for free either way. There are so many people out there who will pay you for this stuff as long as you actually offer the product. It's in a delivery mechanism that's convenient enough for them, and it's at a price they're willing to pay. And, like, yes, you can say, oh, these classic systems are selling out the wazoo. Obviously, they've hit all that. But there's so much more of an audience that's being completely underserved that...
Like, if they want to really nickel and dime it, I don't... A Siphon Filter, you said? Why isn't that on a disc with a collection of other games for them to sell? Why Tomb Raider... Well, I don't know what else was on PlayStation 1.
There's all sorts of shit.
All of this trash should be on fucking disc for people to buy, for digital for people to buy. Why don't they just re-release the PlayStation 1? It will sell the fuck out.
Actually reprint new discs. And
new discs, new system?
That would do it.
This just seems like the laziest way to make 30% of the money.
Yeah. And again, at the very least, they could have had online connectivity in this thing and sell you more games.
At full retail price, and people will pay.
Set your price and then go from there. But yeah, whatever. Like, I say this like I'm angry about it. I wasn't in the market for this necessarily anyway. I guess I just see the missed opportunity. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? It's like, oh, right, you're being Sony.
Yeah, I'm angry that people are going to buy it, and I because they don't know that there can be anything better.
Yeah.
They think that this is the only way for them to enjoy these games.
And when people hack the crap out of that thing and start pirating games from every decade, Sony deserves it.
Yeah. And the amount of times I've seen people, like, buy the NES Mini and go to crack it and brick their machine.
Yeah.
Like, there's easier ways to do all of this. Yeah. These mini machines are stupid.
Anyway. Want to talk about more stupid company stuff?
Yes.
We're
on a roll.
So, Nintendo Switch Online came out.
I got rid of my Switch.
You did. Good job.
Fuck Nintendo.
So did I.
You don't have one.
Alright, yeah.
Miles set a precedent. He mentally bought it and then mentally returned it already.
So the Online came out, and they got those NES games.
I sold it the day the Online was available.
People have already hacked the NES game service, and they can just slot in whatever games they want.
I mean, are you really surprised by that?
I just think it's great.
Nintendo's the only company that can jump full bore into a service that they don't know how they've created. I guarantee they have no idea how the source code for any of this shit works. And they've created something, and people are going to hack the fuck out of it and destroy their entire ecosystem, and they're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
Like, Splatoon 2 is broken online, and the only thing Nintendo's done to do anything about it is make you pay to play it.
Yeah.
And now NES... So any game?
Like any NES game, I guess. Because it's an NES emulator. Apparently a not-so-great one as well.
Shocking.
It's like the same one they used on the Wii U. Yeah.
Oh, that thing's trash.
And, but yeah, people can just... Like, I guess anyone who's modified their Switch in any way, which is already getting pretty widely out there now, they can just go in and be like, swap the games.
I guess the day the Switch is broken wide the fuck open is when I'll buy another one.
Yeah.
Or when they release one that's portable only.
Yeah, the Switch is going to be a great homebrew platform when people have fully had their way with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That thing's just waiting for
That was the best reason. It's still the best reason to own a PS.
Can't wait to play some GBA and PS1 games on it.
Alright. Honest to God, like, all of the... Nintendo could have been making money off of me this whole fucking time with just releasing all of these games that I will inevitably hack onto the machine.
Do you think someone will get, like, on the homebrew side of things, get a decent GameCube emulator up and going for that?
There is one, isn't there?
No.
Oh, for the Switch.
Oh.
No. No, emulating GameCube games is so demanding.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Dolphin.
Yeah, I like Sunshine still doesn't work properly as far as I'm aware of.
My God, I want to play Sunshine.
Yeah. I can try Dolphin and see if it runs. I've been wanting to play through fucking... Maybe that's what we'll do after Knights of Azure is Sunshine and Twilight Princess. So I've been wanting to play through Twilight Princess. We'll pass Sunshine back and forth.
What's the emulator that does Wii U stuff?
Isn't it
Cemu? Is that Cemu? C-E-M-U?
Oh, I thought it was an evolution of Dolphin.
Okay. Because, like, the way that...
Oh, no, that was the... No, okay, you're right.
The way that people are doing Breath of the Wild on PC is through a Wii U emulator, right?
Yeah. And they're running it at 60?
I wonder how Twilight Princess's Wii U version would work.
If anybody's tried.
Yeah. Because that version of that game was great.
Yeah.
That's probably the ideal version of the game, because you can
there's people already modding Breath of the Wild to, like, move items and stuff around as well. I want to try that Ocarina of Time mod.
Should mod some actual dungeons into that game.
Yeah.
You know what's great about Twilight Princess? We played and beat it in both versions. The GameCube version
I did too.
The Wii version.
I hated the Wii version.
Yeah. But it was the only one you could do like a nice proper widescreen at the time.
Yeah.
GameCube, it was 4x3 or stretched.
It only had a 4x3 screen.
And then, so that's why the Wii U version was so nice, because it was the proper layout based on the GameCube version, like not the mirrored Wii version. And it didn't have the stupid waggle stuff. And it was HD, and it had widescreen. It was all the above.
Yeah. Yeah, the only shitty part that I recall about all of Twilight Princess was that wagon chase sequence.
Yeah.
I think I loved the rest of the game.
That game's great.
Yeah.
It had too long of an intro, but that wasn't something unique to that Zelda at the time. Like, that was something... Like, Breath of the Wild was the first one in a long time that actually was like, okay, just
get rid of it. Play the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say Twilight Princess, honestly, its story mode takes a long time to do.
It does.
Yeah.
Just because the travel between the places is so
and
long.
like
even with the horse.
I think it's the Twilight Princess's fucking aesthetic when you're the wolf on top of the castle.
On top of the castle.
With Midna. I think Midna's with you at the time and is playing her theme song.
You see like the reverse black rain or whatever.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, that game's so fucking good. Yeah, I want to play that.
Switch.
I want to play that again.
I would play that.
How is that not on the fucking Switch? How is Nintendo the worst company in the world?
Because the Switch was an accident.
They have the best games.
The Switch is an accident. I'd really like to believe that that's true.
The Switch is an accident.
Holy fuck. Anyways, next topic.
Details have been coming out about Red Dead Redemption 2. Apparently... kind of an absurd attention to detail in that game's world.
That sounds like Rockstar. Like, this is their first current gen game.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, in the time since GTA 5,
and they've waited to almost the end of the life cycle to get the full full use.
Apparently, the whole time, I guess I would have assumed that the success of GTA 5's online component, like the monetary success of that, would have meant that they would have dumped all their resources into the 2.0 iteration of that, effectively Red Dead's online, right?
Yeah.
And while that may be true to an extent, it seems like they have not skimped on just the world simulation that they're building. Like, they're going even further beyond it with it. Even just to go as far as to have realistically physically rendered horse testicles that shrink in the cold.
My favorite.
But I was just on a serious note, though. I was hearing other stuff like aspects where, just like in Red Dead 1 or Red Dead Redemption 1.
Don't hold your hand like that. After talking about horse testicles.
Horse testicles. In Red Dead Redemption 1, you could commit a crime and you'd get a bounty and you could fight off waves of dudes, but eventually you would have to go and pay your fine to clear it. In this game, you can still do that, but it's not just like you paid your fine, everyone just goes about their business. It's like they're not going to go after you with the law because you're good with the law, but people are still going to react as if you had done what you did, apparently.
Good.
Just stuff like that.
That's the first game?
Yeah.
to
Well,
do that.
And we'll see how it actually pans out.
Yeah.
But just
Yeah, because you can slaughter billions of people in GTA, pay the fine,
and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
And speaking of like GTA and slaughtering billions of people, this game apparently it's going to have even just in general more reactions than just fight or flight when it comes to people. You know, with GTA, you'll be driving along the highway or whatever, and pedestrians along the side of the road who are no risk of being hit are like diving out of the way and stuff because you're near them. I guess that's not something that's going to happen in this one.
Well, no, because you're riding a horse.
But that would still happen in Red Dead 1. Like, you get horse near them and people be like, ah!
Yeah.
Like,
split in half.
I don't remember that.
So there's just, I
forget my entire time playing that game.
I
The game
didn't,
was very good.
I didn't write down like much of this stuff, but it's just there's like pages and pages and pages of these absurd little details. So that could be cool. The game probably
That's cool. Yeah, that's all of that. How is it going to perform?
That's the thing.
They're aiming for 30, right?
Probably run like shit. Yeah, it'd be 30. And that's the thing. Like that, the ultimate edition of that game will come out on PC and or next gen. You know what I mean?
Ideally,
because like GTA 5. That was a targeted 30, and that was PS3 and 360, and that ran like crap.
PS3 was average like 22 FPS.
And it only ran properly in air quotes when it came out on PS4 and Xbox One, and then PC. It's also Red Dead 2 is also gonna have a first person mode right out of the gate this time as well.
Cool. Better than GTA's, which was just cameras.
I hope so. At the very least, GTA's they gave you all of the options.
Yes.
Like. It was very clear they gave up and were like, we don't know how to make this feel good. Here's every setting imaginable. You make it feel good.
I think something that's worth mentioning to go along with that is when they made the GTA game, they're like, we don't know how to make any of it feel good.
Yeah.
GTA is one of the worst playing games I've ever played.
I'll say Red Dead 1, or Red Dead Redemption 1 still plays better than GTA 5.
Yes.
Not by a lot.
I'm imagining Red Dead 2 is going to be an evolution of that, hopefully.
Or it's going to be the same shit. It's
they are so bad at making controls that they rely on a lock-on system.
Which
works well.
As time goes on, I think more and more about it, where like, I don't know, just lock on and kill the guy. Like,
if Vanquish can do what Vanquish did, then anybody else can make a fast-paced game where you're required to aim.
Sure.
That'll always be the baseline for that, is that game was so fucking LSD fast. And I could still hit everything. It was amazing.
At 30 frames.
No, you were bad.
Was it 30?
I watched you play.
Probably.
You were no good.
At Vanquish?
And Miles would know. He's the headshot queen.
I was the worst.
I'm not that good at it. Stop.
I was the worst video gamer.
But that's all I wanted to say on Red Dead.
I'm looking forward to playing Red Dead in 2021
I'm actually,
if it gets a PC release.
I'm actually getting to the point where I'm starting to care. Like, the game's a month out. Like, I can give a shit now.
Yeah, I feel like if it's within a month, I can care about the release of it.
Yeah.
And I am glad that Red Dead is coming out and will exist and is happening and that everybody is excited for it, because holy shit, does this look like it deserves to be on the tippy top. Like, they're setting a... If all of these details are indicative of how the game is going to play, then let them set a new precedent for open world games again, because they do every fucking time.
And I will say, with some of the details they're talking about, on the flip side, it does worry me a little bit.
Like a little too much into the survival stuff.
Well, that's the thing, because so you're going to actually need to sleep to stave off tiredness. You're going to need to eat to stave off hunger.
Ideally, that'll be a checkbox system under difficulty.
Right. You're going to need to shed clothing if it's too hot. You're going to need to pack on clothing if it's too cold.
It's like they just went through the Skyrim Nexus and we're like, throw that in the game, throw that in the game, throw that in the game.
I'm not going to lie, like... depending on how they implement it and how the accumulation of everything in the game is or isn't compelling enough to really get you invested into it, that stuff might end up being like an additive, like, wow, like I'm really into this. Or it might just be annoying as fuck. Yeah. It's hard to say.
I gotta say, this might be the third game or the fourth game where we've seen all of these like early access indie survival craft nonsense start to happen, and then a AAA, like a big developer, looks at it and pulls it the fuck off, because Call of Duty's Battle Royale is holy fuck, they did it. I imagine GTA Horses might be like the holy fuck, they did it. This is what it should feel like.
And I'm encouraged because speaking of my point earlier about me expecting them to just drop everything and throw all the money at the multiplayer again. Yeah. It's not even going to launch with the multiplayer apparently. That's coming later.
Beta testing is a month after the game is out.
So it's like, so really all their eggs are initially in the single player basket, and that's probably because the people who are heading that studio very much still care about telling their stories and building their worlds. Like that's why they're in it. You know what I mean?
Let the CEOs handle the online multiplayer monetization stuff and have the developers make their story and have fun with it.
So I don't know, I've been apathetic at best about this game, but I'm trying to do that more and more with stuff. I try not to get excited well in advance of things because
I want to understand what I'm getting into before I get happier.
And I don't know, games get delayed and their design changes over time. You get disappointed.
Kidding me? Red Dead delayed? It'll never happen.
At this point, it's done.
It's been delayed, a year and a half?
I mean, this was always going to be its release date. When they announced it, even though I was yeah, sure, Red Dead, whatever.
We knew there was no way.
My immediate call, because they didn't give it a date, right? Remember they said fall 2017.
They didn't even give us a fucking screenshot.
Yeah, I was like, that's fall 2018. That was my first call.
Well, that's why, all of the, Blade Runner game.
Cyberpunk.
All the Cyberpunk shit that's popping off, and everybody's like, yeah, it's gonna launch on this gen. I'm like, no, you don't even know.
I saw some footage, I thought it looked cool, I didn't bother watching the rest of it, because it's cool.
I'm not gonna get to play this game in any reasonable amount of time, so
it's not
I'll be excited about it when it's happening.
Not worth devoting any attention to.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Cool little tidbit of news. Remember, I was telling you about this game a while back. Do you remember the game Naissance?
First-person parkour?
Yeah, where you actually had to
grayscale.
Grayscale. You actually had to manage your breathing. That game is just free now. Not free to play, just free.
I think as soon as it went free, it immediately moved to mixed reviews on Steam. And a lot of reviews...
a lot of mainstream people...
Well, a lot of people are playing it saying, oh, it's boring. That's all the review says.
Yeah. That game was really cool.
Yeah, but it's boring, Chris.
Anyone with a pewter in Steam, I think you should check out Naissance.
It's a weird to spell thing, but you'll know it with the grayscale screenshots.
Yeah. It's like this big, subterranean, almost never-ending city of, textureless, sci-fi looking
Remember Mirror's Edge Catalyst? This is Mirror's Edge, too.
Yeah. I don't know. That game was just really cool and zen, and I paid money for it when it came out, and I really enjoyed it. It's just straight up free. I don't remember how much I paid. It was probably $15 or $20. But it's just straight up free now. No strings. Just
go play it.
Yeah.
Give it a good review.
Yeah.
It deserves good reviews.
The game's cool.
It's sitting at mixed. I'm upset.
Whatever. That's all I had to say.
It was funny. I was looking at it the other day, and I was like, hey. Why is it free?
Yeah.
I think it was on my wish list. I must have mentioned to me. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Steam. Thank you, Dark Souls.
Back to shitty developers.
Ooh.
Which is a little disheartening to hear because a game that we've been actually kind of getting a little...
I'm already over it. I'm paying money for it. You're talking about DMC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still going to buy it.
I'm still going to port.
It looks really good.
I'm going to pay money for it, and I'm going to pay to upgrade
Devil May Cry 5 looks great, but I guess...
Remember we were talking last podcast, they're going to give us the option to pay to upgrade our character?
Yeah.
They're doing it, and we're doing it.
It's actually happening. Microtransactions, you're going to be able to buy red orbs.
Yes! Well, so what was...
I will make the best Dante.
Dante's Inferno, the other Dante.
Yeah.
They had you can buy those little packs to upgrade your Dante.
I never even noticed.
And there was a bug one day in the store, and it was 90% off or something, and it was the only thing under. I don't know if it was a bug or not, but I'm like, I should buy 7 of these and become a god. I'm unstoppable. Paid $7 and became ripped in chapter 1. Oh, not worth the money. But,
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Probably do it.
Literally everything.
Literally everything. I got to the Devil's Donger and crossed it into the ground.
The thing that worries me about DMC5, though, is the thing that worries me in any game that implements a...
Co-op.
The thing that worries me in any game that has you can buy...
It's going to have a multiplayer
You can buy experience or upgrades or progress is...
So what? They're
going to gate that behind a terrible...
They obviously... are going to have made the numbers in a way that you're going to feel compelled to...
Dead Space didn't.
Yeah, I guess not.
That's one out of 1,000.
I guess that's always my immediate...
2 out of 1,000.
That's always my immediate worry, is that it's going to be...
They're going to get. You're going to get to a point in the game where it's like, man, this boss is really hard,
and I'm under leveled. Oh, it would be convenient if I could
little
pay.
orbs. Yeah. So yeah, whatever. Hopefully it doesn't suck.
Because they wouldn't put it in there if they don't expect you to pay money for it. In the words of Jim
Or
Sterling.
give me the option to pay a bunch of
Jim
money
Sterling.
off the bat, be super OP, and flex on everything.
Well, I imagine is there a deluxe edition going to come with some of that extra orb juices?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, so instead of a deluxe edition that comes with a season pass or additional content or whatever, it's literally the sports games. You get your Dante Ultimate Team bucks.
You're joking, but did you see the Call of Duty Digital Ultimate Edition?
No.
So they're like big edition, or their medium big edition comes with the season pass and 1,100 COD points, and then their big edition is season pass and like 4,500 COD points.
Wait, which one are we buying?
The medium one. The one we don't need the COD points.
How much more is the big one?
It's digital only. I don't want the steel case, so I don't know. I haven't paid attention. It's probably like an extra $80.
Is the PC Pro Edition going to have a steel case?
If it doesn't, then I'm buying it digitally because I have no reason to have its case. But yeah, the Destiny one prior to this Destiny one did have a steel case for PC. So,
okay,
hopefully.
I mean, I don't. Really,
all the pictures showed it.
I mean, I don't really care for the steel case.
Yeah, but he collects them.
I collect them. Well, if you don't care, just buy it digitally then.
It's probably cheaper that way too.
Same price.
And Activision still
same price.
Singing the same song of, oh, you better buy the big one now. It's the only way to get all the stuff. We're not going to sell it separate. Ooh.
I don't ever recall seeing a statement from them saying the season pass will never be available separate.
That's the story people
They said at launch it won't be available separately.
Probably because there's no content at launch to buy.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. I have a hard time parsing the we hate Call of Duty, everything's bad versus the man, this is a weird Activision fucking thing again. Because
both happen.
This year has been. I was talking to Matt about this. This year has been the outrage year. Everybody's angry about everything, and I can't tell what's a real problem.
This has been the most outrage year.
Yes.
Every year has been outrage year.
It's been building up for the past 4 or 5 years.
Oh, whatever. We're part of the problem.
I'm angry about everything.
Like, what did we just talk about? Like for the last half an hour.
You're not wrong, but we praised things that deserved to be praised. That's the thing,
right?
We weren't angry.
That's the thing. Like I'm
being a racist bitch.
I'm worried a little bit
about her.
I'm worried a little bit about DMC5's microtransactions.
But I'm still fucking hyped for DMC5.
Fucking cool.
Did you see the latest trailer where it had that metal screamo song? No. Everybody hates the song. I fucking love it.
I guess I was gonna put something in news, but I didn't really look into it. Isn't that the song that they're taking out of the game because the artist has allegations of misconduct or whatever?
Oh, I don't remember hearing about that.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I thought they were taking it out because they didn't like the.
Well,
whatever. The song's made and it's for the game. Put it in the fucking game. Who gives a shit what he did?
Yeah, apparently he touched a minor or something. I don't know, or at least that's what people say.
Okay, then let the law handle it. Keep a song.
Yeah, I guess that.
Holy shit, people!
Separate the art from the artist. Especially if it was something that Capcom paid this artist to make for the game, and it's been made,
and it's good, which it is. People are wrong. Fuck themselves. That's
I haven't heard it, so I can't say if I think it's good or not.
I liked it.
Miles doesn't generally like.
But it's 2018. That's the world we live in. You can't. You're guilty by association of someone who's not even necessarily guilty about a thing, but maybe
I'm sure Capcom feels obligated to take it out so that they don't get burned.
Yeah.
Because, this DMC, while people are hyped, they haven't even begun to hit the mass market, the mass audience yet. It's the fans that are hyped about this right now, and they're relying on them telling the rest of the world.
And watch, they're taking the song out, I think they've already said as much, and that's not, as per usual, it's not going to be good enough.
No.
It's going to be how did you even work with this guy in the first place?
You cave to these psychopaths.
Yeah, you never apologize.
No.
Because it's never good enough. You're better off just doubling down, holding firm, because they will move on.
Fuck them. They're not going to buy your fucking game anyways. They don't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
All they care about is slowly tearing the industry apart.
Yeah.
And quickly at this point, actually. It's happening rather fast.
Yeah. And the last thing I didn't have any details to really talk about in specific, but Captain Marvel had a trailer.
I liked it.
It
was good.
It was good.
I think you...
It was cool. Brief. It was a minute long, right?
Yeah,
So Joe, I think you brought me down a little bit to earth a little bit, because I watched it and I was like, okay, that didn't seem bad, but I was like, I don't know, like I didn't feel anything. But you brought up a really good point, which was, we don't know, I don't know what's in this movie. Like I don't feel like I've seen it.
In my opinion, this is the best Marvel trailer they've ever made, because I don't know what's gonna fucking happen.
Exactly. That's
every other Marvel movie is like, every other trailer is like, well, it's a plot.
Yeah,
That's bad. I just much prefer not knowing what's happening.
And that was actually a really good point, I think, because I came out of watching the trailer and I was like, well, they look flashy, but like, I don't know what this movie's about. And then you told me it's like, I don't know what this movie's about. It's like, right, we don't know what this movie's about.
There used to be a time where that was the best part about trailers. It was like, what's gonna happen in the movie now? Yeah, remember we were watching the trailer for Jurassic World, and 10 seconds in, we're like, oh, that's the plot. We know how this is going to end now. Oh, but yeah, no, I'm excited for this.
The one worry I had coming out of it was that, like, I don't know, Brie Larson just didn't seem
all of the roles I've seen Brie Larson in, people are saying she seems like she's underacting the role, and I can give them that for sure.
I don't know if underacting is the way, but I don't know, she just didn't... It's a hard thing to live up to, but like I guess I'm inadvertently comparing her to like Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Like,
yeah, she did.
Because she's just like you just look at her and you're like, holy shit, she's like just
that's fucking Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Brie Larson doesn't have that luxury.
Like that. I don't know. It's not even necessarily her looks, but maybe just her demeanor or whatever. She just doesn't seem as imposing. But again, I haven't seen the movie, so I'm still gonna. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm super hyped for this. Yeah. This will probably either be my favorite or least favorite superhero movie. There's going to be no in between.
A lot of people were complaining about how the trailer opened with her crashing into a blockbuster.
I thought that was glorious.
I loved that. Because a lot of people were going like, oh geez, on the nose, we get it, it's in the 90s. It's like, I get it, it's in the 90s.
This is yes. This is the thing I'm into.
Yeah. I missed Blockbuster, come on.
Good times.
I used to work there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
I hated every moment of it.
But yeah, that's a movie coming out. Also, people are upset because the black man spoke more than the woman.
God damn it, Samuel L. Jackson. Let her be on screen more, you prick. God, I hope he gets taken out of the movie.
It's also possible that her character just doesn't speak a lot.
No, are you kidding?
No.
That's absurd. I love the idea that through most of the trailer, her character was like, what the fuck am I doing? My problem is that the actress also looked like she was like, what the fuck am I doing? So we'll see how that pans out. But yeah, Sammy J does his role fantastically. It's almost like,
always. And he has 2 eyes.
I don't know how he got the other one back. Like, he lost them in the other movies.
This conflict is where he loses his eyes.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be great.
She punches him in the face.
No.
It's great. Everyone goes into this movie expecting, it's like, oh, this is where we're gonna find out he loses his eye. And it's like, by the end of the movie, he loses the other eye, and it's like, wait a minute, what the hell?
Or like, she's sitting there, he's like, what's your superpower? Like, what makes you Captain Marvel? And she's like, well, I can sneeze when my eyes open. He's like, anyone can do that. And he sneezes and one of his eyes pops.
Oh my god! Motherfucker!
Motherfucker! Shoot somebody. Sammy J. Yeah, that's gonna be some good shit. I'm excited, and she's gonna be in Avengers.
The Infinity War Part 2, baby.
Kick the fuck out of.
Oh, sorry, it's not called Infinity War Part 2. It's called something else. Presumably Endgame at this point.
That's a good name.
It's gonna be called Thanos Movie, Avengers, Thanos Movie.
No. It's gonna be called Avengers Endgame. Stop.
Thanos movie.
Thanos movie.
In brackets, Thanos movie.
Like on the back, all of the text you have is just Thanos movie. It's like all the little font at the bottom.
Thanos movie. Directed by Thanos movie.
Yeah, it's funny that Thanos became the most popular character.
You know what's great? Is
and then he was also the best character in Deadpool as well. Like,
and then going into it, a lot of people had no idea who the fuck Thanos was. Like, because he is a bad guy in the comic book series, but he's not even that big. His whole thing is with the Infinity Gauntlet stuff. But that's like a sub-chapter. Like, he's not even a bad dude. And honestly, he's just doing it to impress Death, right? That's what he does in the comics. And it's undetermined if he's actually still doing that or not.
That'd be cool if in Thanos
If they're
Part
just like,
2, you find out.
fuck you, he did it for death. Everyone's like, oh my god, it's death. And then Captain Marvel's gonna punch her in the face and then die because he can't punch death.
Yeah. Maybe that's her superpower. She specifically punched that one person in the face.
I've trained my whole life for this. Punching death in the face. And then her hand's gonna like skeletize.
You know, see, that's the thing.
That'd be
She
so
let her
cool.
hand get like stung by a scorpion, and she let it get like necrotized, so it was already like dead. So then you can punch a dead thing. That's how you do it.
Like you start
Little
a fire
ship in
here
your
to
belly.
stop the fire here. Little ship in your belly. All right. Is that all of our topics of discussion?
That is.
Just want to reiterate that Sony sucks and they can eat my asshole.
Yeah, and Nintendo sucks, and they can also eat his asshole.
Reggie.
Films anime.
Canadian Pizza Man.
I don't know how we got all those names.
Pizza can.
Pizza can. Fucking can. Pizza
Reggie the
prick.
Pizza Cannon anime.
Alright, that's the end of the podcast.
If you want to email us, justkindaloafin@gmail.com. Don't you
J-
dare
U-
fucking
S-
spell it!
T. Low. Fin.
You're already...
Gmail.
You're already...
You forgot the kind of.
Kinda.
At gmail.kinda.com.loafin.
Follow us.
It's in the description if you want to...
Subscribe to our Twitter.
Blue than.
Nothing happens on Twitter. We do stuff on Twitch now. Kingdom Hearts.
Subscribe to our personal Twitters.
Sure. I put up bullshit.
I look at borderline hentai.
I look at actual hentai. So yeah, follow.
Oh, but I also follow sports. So I'm a normal human
follow.
being.
What's your Twitter handle? Is it Schmidt-Wolfen or
No,
Race
Miles
Rife?
Sauve.
Oh, it's your name. So
Yeah.
follow Miles Sauve. What's your at? Is it Miles?
It's
Sauve?
Miles.
I thought it was.
Like
Hold the fuck on.
my name is Ray Strife, but it's the email, right?
Hold the
How the fuck does Twitter work?
I think.
Do we even care?
Yeah, I'm Miles.
followers.
Yeah,
Do you
but-
follow me?
Yeah. Mine's the Red Wing logo.
Oh fuck. That's your old Twitter that follows me too.
Oh, the ducky.
Oh, it is. Add Miles Sauve. Okay, so follow Miles. Add Miles Sauve.
I'm gonna follow Miles right now.
He talks about sports stuff. Retweets some game stuff. Retweets.
I don't retweet the borderline hentai, I just like it.
That's good. Follow Chris.
I'm at Kristoff. Kreezitoff. Toff.
He
It's pretty much just a chronicle of my descent into insanity.
follow for the come for the sentences, stay for the hashtags,
Yeah. Hashtag oiled up Japanese bodybuilders.
and then follow me,
At Rupert of Rohan.
Rupert of Rohan, Ryu, then Pyro, then an A. That's the easiest way to remember.
And you retweet hentai.
I just retweet hentai. Like that's it. See what my last retweet was.
No, it was the Dancing Lizard with Boogie Times.
Oof. No, it's hentai.
Okay.
It's the new Peach thing.
Yeah.
Where she's a Bowser. Oh, it's really cool.
So wait, does that mean Mario saves Bowser instead?
I think this is like a new character in the fan fiction lore called Bowsette or something like that, and it's just Peach that's. It looks like Peach to me. I don't think it is though. It's just Bowser but scantily clad. I just retweet that.
With gigantic horns.
Yes, she's got really big anime horns, really big anime earrings, really big anime hair, and titties.
And small ones.
Small anime
Small
titties.
anime titties.
All right, that's the end of the podcast.
So is it blue then red?
Yes,
Podcast over.
blue then red.
Dicks.
Out for Harong.